Hi everyone, I think we're live. I'm now on my Facebook page. It's crazy, right? It's midnight almost. Midnight of Eastern time. Now we're still talking about the business mastery. Can you imagine that? I hope some of you, thousands of us, we are now attending the business mastery live virtual event with Tony Robbins. So this is today actually is the second day. I wanted to desperately wanted to shoot a live video yesterday, but we ended the first day at today. Actually, the second day is early morning, like 1. I remember it's 1:46 a.m. Eastern time. That's the longest one. Tony said a record of his the longest event of the first day, and so yesterday's message I accumulated to today, adding today's, really like unstoppable great inspirations. I definitely cannot stop to sharing with you, even though now it's already like 12 a.m. midnight. Definitely want to share. Every day from yesterday and today, every day I've been writing many pages of notes. Actually, I'm not just using my physical book, but also I'm using my document to save my inspiration, save my screenshots, and save it in my computer, so it's easier for me to refer to. So definitely some great things I want to share with you. Okay, so stay with me if you really want to learn how to really master your business, especially turn your passion, your purpose into a passionate, great business. Here's what I want to share with you from yesterday. I actually answered 5 questions. The first one is what business I am in, and normally people will see some like a surface kind of a expression of what business they're in. For example, okay, you are in consulting business, or you are in coaching business, or you are in like maybe restaurant business, or maybe you are in e-commerce. That's wrong. Okay, that's just a surface of what business you are in. The real business what we are in. So we've been doing all this kind of a go deeper and peeling like onion skins kind of exercises and small group exercises like that, and to get deeper and deeper to understand, and many examples of course from Tony and the marketing examples. And the real business we're in is really the end value, the true value you want, and what is like your core value you want to create and you want to contribute to this world, right? So I've been exercising on my what the real business I've been doing, right? I do have my like neat statement, but it's quite long. You want something very essential, short, pin to a point. So eventually I get to some version like this, okay? But it's not the final version, okay? It's just still like working in the process. I help visionary entrepreneurs to fulfill their true purpose and passion by standing out in their ideal niche to impact. So far that's a more precise version than my normal niche. But at least you can see what I really focus on. Really, I'm most passionate about to help other people to fulfill their purpose and passion. So that's a number one question. Okay, so what real business you are in and need to be in. Okay, and then number two, and by the way, if you are not doing what you're really in, what like your true passion, your true purpose business, you should change. Okay, you should have the courage to discover and change, and no matter what kind of age. Okay, now number two question is, why did you get into it? Why did you were called into this business, right? For the money, or for its popular trend, or for other people is doing it? For what real reason? It's really this your true core. So here we further discovered our true purpose and passion, and understand your reason, your motivation. If it's not really your true purpose and passion, you could not sustain long time in whatever you are doing, right? So it's super important to understand the why. So number one, what business, and number two question is why you are getting into it. Okay, if it's not your true passion, you need to think about your exit strategy. Okay, even though maybe it's your true passion, you still need to think about the exit strategy for the long run, because eventually you will not live forever, right? Someday you will want to retire. Someday maybe if you do too long time, you want to maybe expand to other businesses. For example, it's just like you need to always think about the exit strategy. So that's number two. Okay, number three, who am I? So here is like Tony gave us some like 3 categories. Normally I love what Tony summarized. Everything is up to 3. That's what I love too, because don't make it too complicated, okay? Everything is just like essential and top three. And so who am I? There are three core values and core, let's say, gifts for people, three types, okay? Of course, there are some like personality, many types of personalities, but we just make it very simple, just three types of your gifts, okay? Number one is like the artist, the producer, the genius, like who are really creative person, right? Like inside of you. So now you can see which one you are you. The second one is manager and leader who loves to manage organizations of like a team and gather resources together to fulfill like a bigger mission, right? And number three is number three is entrepreneur. Even though normally we call ourselves the entrepreneurs, but here the entrepreneurs really mean the entrepreneurs, investors who really so into like a business, create new things, and really like would like to take risk and get a high return. So he gave us some examples, including some like big gamblers and big real estate and hotels and investors. Those ones, they will have multiple business, or maybe even in one business, they will have multiple investments. So they think about like a quick money return. They're more like a risk taker, more like almost like a little bit like gamblers, right? Okay, so that's the true entrepreneurs and investors. So normally we say we are entrepreneurs, we are not. We are more like artists who are want to generate a business, right? So these three types, which one is your core? Which one you think? Of course, we may have in each category we have some gifts, right? But what's your core gifts in these three categories? So, and very lucky and also interesting, like both Tony and I and quite so many other attendees, we are more like artists and producers, and we are not definitely like leaders or the like entrepreneur investors. I do have a quite good leadership inside of me, but compared with my artist and talent and producer, I think that the first one is more of my core gifts. And then the next question we answered is that where I am now. That's very important, right? Where I am now, and then where I want to be. So what's my business vision? What's my target for my 3 years targets, for my 1 year target? And then the next question is what I do to like really bridge the gap to solve the problems, right? To really get myself from where I am to where I want to be, what actions I need to take. So that's a fundamental 5 questions for your business. I hope that it's inspiring to you. And then Tony shared with us about the 10 stages of the lifestyles of any business, just similar like our human lives. The life cycle of any business have 10 stages. So we analyzed about the different characters, different qualities of each stage, and then we analyzed, everyone measured which stage our business is in now and which stage our economy and our industry are in. So you need to be super clear about that. Tony Robbins has 74 businesses, 74, over $6 billion of revenue every year. So 674, he said this helped him a lot understand every business life cycles, at which stage it is at, and when you should invest in it, and when you should prepare to sell it, right? And at the prime time, or even a little bit before the prime time, you should sell it, right? So, and then when, for example, in my coaching business, I evaluated and measured that now my business is still at the toddler and the teenager stage. It's like the trend is like to go. And also the industry, the coaching industry is at its prime, right? The economy, outside economy, now this year is a little bit like recessing a little bit, but overall, it's like it's a great business because it's also called by my passion. So I really want to, and now I'm in my middle age. I have 20 years. I give myself like 20 years to keep investing and engaging in my passion business. And eventually, when I get senior, I want to coach and mentoring and certificate other young coaches to continue my abundance coaching. So that's a little bit long-term thinking, okay? And a lot of, let me see, anything else? A lot of great things were answered for the first day. And now, the big thing, oh, by the way, the first day we created a group. They generated like a group racing game. So around 6 or 7 people gather together. They make us into the breakout room, and we gather and create our room culture, our room name, our room how to say, chant, a room, slogan, everything, and about our meetings, about our values, we can share everything like that. So we created this one. See that? We said the team game changers go, right? So we are keep adding the energy, the contribution, inspirations in the live event. So when we have live event, somebody we will like occasionally chat and share our inspirations and encourage each other, adding the values there, right? So it's very, very fun. So this team theme will go through this the rest of the another 3 days of live event, and it will definitely continue because we love each other's this momentum, and it will continue to be the mastermind. So that's a great like a teamwork and also connections we built through this business mastery. And so today, by the way, we share today the most important thing. Let's see, today we need to be the, how to say, in the business, need to have the mindset to be gladiator. By the way, who watched the movie Gladiator? I loved it, Gladiator. So I think maybe Tony also inspired from that movie as well, because he coached the movie star from that Gladiator, and you need to have the spirit of Gladiator, right? Have the no matter what, like you need to survive, you need to win, and it's a must. No conditions, no limit. No matter what kind of limitations is there, right? No matter what conditions and environment is there, you as the gladiator, you will never give up. You will never quit. You will just fight till you win, right? So that's a wonderful mindset. And today, number one, we shared about Tony told us about the innovation. That's one of my favorite topics, innovation, right? The two keys for business, for any great business. One is like your lifeline, okay? One is innovation. Another one is marketing, right? So the innovation, we shared about the 5 ways to have your innovation. One is adding new voices, and the second is adding the new questions, ask new questions, have new conversations. The third one is new perspectives, and then the fourth one is a new passion, and then I add some commentaries, maybe not the same passion but a different focus and expression, right? To me, it's like this is my passion, this is my purpose. I will keep doing the abundance coaching, but then I could think about different ways to express it, different focus, right? And then number 5 about the innovation is about a new experiment. So all these 5 ways, and then we did the exercises. We had a small like a team to discuss about what we can really use those 5 ways. What can we use in our business? And then the second part we covered is super important. It's called the 10-10-10 plan. The 10-10-10 plan is really like today. Actually, I shared that magic formula. The magic formula, if you check in my network, you will see that in a beautiful like a yellow and smiling face of a post. The magic formula is the number of your clients. I hope you will love the number and the formula, okay? The number of your clients times the dollar value of every client or every transaction, and then times the purchase frequency, like how many times the clients purchase, right, within 1 year, that kind of scope. And then you calculate that equals to your business. So from this you can estimate and predict how much business you can make and actually plan on it. So the 10-10-10 means like a 10% increase on each category of these 3 components, of the magic formula. Just by 10% of each of them, then overall you can add in 33% overall increase for your business. And then you can change this number, right? Change it 10%. For example, we practice the basic 10-10-10, and people have the freedom to design your own vision and targets. It could be like a 20-20-20, and I choose like almost like some of them choose 100% increase, okay, in each category. Some of them are even more crazier and more bold ones. They choose like 10 times, for example, 10 times. I also choose 10 times. That will be 1000% increase in each categories, right? So, and then from there you will describe and find the solution. So the exercise and Tony's teaching is not focusing on the how, but focus on the why and what. The why and what. The first is what do you want to accomplish, right? Your vision, and then it's your why. When you have a super like how to say, a motivated why and super deep why, these strong enough desires, and then the how is just like you will figure that out, right? You will work with a team to figure out. So this is cool because now you have a clear targets and a goal, and you have a clear numbers in your mind. And then I further design that from that numbers, how many things, how many like prospects, how many potential clients I need to work with, like a whole year, and then the every month and every week and until every day. Then you have a very clear target. So if you do not love number yet, you need to be. Okay, today I share that. Ask yourself every day, like, do you love money? I'm quite a spiritual person. That's why I maybe like a business has not fully like started off like what I wish, right? If you are very spiritual, you are very called by your purpose and passion, and we are not so good at like doing sales, right? We still feel, even though we have a strong mindset, we're still not so good at your like selling, at like working on your numbers and asking for people for price, right? All this kind of thing. But from now on, you need to be the owner, not operator, not just producer, okay? Not just producer, you need to be the owner of your business. So you need to be clear about your numbers, about your targets, and where you're also delivering great values, and you need to be working on the top of your business. Know your numbers, okay? So that's the second one. And the third one, we learned let's say the third one, the 5 most important steps every day. Tony, I remember he did that. He taught us that in the comeback challenge, and now he's teaching us again in business mastery more in depth. And the 5 steps every day we should focus on. Number 1 is feed and strengthen your mind. Always first thing work on here, right? And remember to read every day. Remember to have your morning routine and the night routine. Always have that kind of like a disciplined and trained mind. Feed your mind, that's the first thing. This mind could destroy you, can also create your success in your life, okay? So number 2 is really feed and strengthen your body. Super important. Oh my God, these 2 days or 3 days I feel like a little bit fatigued. So during the meeting, I especially like feel like my energy is not matching about the peak state that's needed for this kind of a mastery training, right? So I need to prepare some great like fruits and like nuts and great drinks, and keep feeding myself the body, so I could match and catch up with this kind of energy and state. So that's the second one. So health is already number 1, right? Especially during this pandemic, if you do not have a health, if you do not have your life, don't mention about anything, right? So the number 3 then is get your great role models. I'm so lucky and so grateful that I've already clarified who are my great role models. Tony Robbins, Dean Grossassi, Russell Brunson. So far, those 3 in the business, they are strong, both on the mindset, in their heart, and also for their marketing, their sales, everything, right? Their team building. My perfect role models. Number 4 is proximity is power. If you ever heard about Tony, he has a great story in this area, and all his success, and many other successful people's success, and also including the Think and Grow Rich, that book, right? Napoleon Hills has been teaching about a mastermind. The proximity is so important. Excuse me, I need to get some more water. See, great example for feed and strengthen your body. Always take care of your body. Okay, especially throat, right? The voice, and Tony is losing his voice, and so every day he's taking some like a part-time rest, and then a full day speaking. And now, number 5, give. This is super important, okay? Remember that? This is give more than what you expect to receive. Oh my God, this is so important. Like another day I was talking with some like entrepreneurs, right? Even though you are following your passion, even though you are doing like your business, like initially you really want to you pour your heart, want to give, want to contribute, but after a while, after quite some time, you've been contributing, giving, but if you are not receiving enough rewards in different areas, especially financially, right? And quite some people, including me, previously, sometimes you will feel like a little bit resent and how to say pitiful, and you feel like it's not unfair, something like that, right? And you will sometimes you may think about quitting, or sometimes you may think about how to say complain about the unfairness, or that some other people get more successful while I'm not, right? You could fall into this kind of struggling. I believe that everyone could experience this kind of like challenges during any stage of your entrepreneurship, right? Even Tony Robbins had that when he had that depression at a very early stage of his before he's super successful. He also had a depression and failure time, so that he did not feel it's like fully fair enough, right? And but now it's the time to remember. He gave us a great transformational stories of how he was almost like a broken without money, and then one day he inspired us to give her all his like left money, dozens of bucks. That's all he had to give to a small like a little boy who had a wonderful relationship with his mom, and he's showing that kind of integrity and love and passion in the public. And Tony just gave his all the left money to that boy, and I felt so happy, so blessed. And since then, and the next day he was blessed with thousands of dollars returned by a friend who owed his money. He just felt like that kind of blessing and abundance and gratitude, right? So this kind of attitude, this kind of mindset, we should always remind ourselves to have, especially in your entrepreneurship. If you are really caught, if you really truly fall in your call, God will give you that test time. I've already been in this in 12 years. I think I'm still in this test. I'm not sure how long I will take that final like a turning point. I've already had many turning points already. I've been keep growing to the day, but still not where I want to be yet. But I know I'm in God's trail and test. I'm still inside of it. Okay, even for 12 years. So, but now you need to remind yourself, giving is always like give more than what you expect to get a reward. Okay, so your expectation is very important. So if you can pour more of your heart, no matter how much you have, if you could have that abundance mindset, you will focus on who you are serving, the clients, and what you are providing to them, and then you forget about other things. Okay, then you will feel that kind of gratitude, and then more and more will be attracted to you. So think about from an abundance mindset instead of a scarcity. Like law of attraction, right? Most of you know that. So your mindset, where you focus on, what do you focus on? Focus on providing like over delivering values. That's the Tony's secrets. He loves people. He said he loves people, and he always over delivers. That's actually number one secret we learned from my best mentor. Okay, so that's 5 steps every day. And then finally, Tony always invite some like industry great masters to teach us. And tonight we learned from the marketing and sales strategies. David Meerman Scott, he taught us the 5 wonderful strategies. And first one, the buyer's persona, actually a little bit similar to, like we said, avatar of our ideal clients. Okay, avatar. Always be clear about the avatar or the buyer's persona of who you are helping, what they want to buy, and align your marketing with their with their purchase, their values and their patterns. Okay, and the second one is a great content. I've been thinking that I've been sharing great content, but it's still not enough if you measure how many people you're attracting, how many people are getting to your tribe, right? It's still not good enough. I still need to keep improving on this part, how you can create great content and attracting people and also providing good values. And number 3 is online video. And today I learned something new, right? The online video, how you can create that kind of a deep connection with people, even though now we're remote. And if I stay close to you, and now we're like within 4 feet, 4 feet. Within that will be like a close friends. And if within 1.5 feet, that will be like intimate relationship. So when you shoot videos, make sure that you will not stand too far away, okay? I hope you get this tip. But stay a little closer, like you are, almost like you're facing this person within 4 feet. and that create that kind of a deeper connection and bonding, and create like increase the trust. Can you believe that? And based on all the neuroscience and research, okay? So trust the expert and masters, okay? And then the number 4 is about this is a new word, okay? By the way, David create this new word, and now because of the new word, he's so searchable and get so many searching online, and he's become so popular now. It's called newsjacking. I hope if you get this one, okay? Newsjacking, and I just started this newsjacking. Normally, I do not like recommend to read news, right? Most people know that news are full of activities, but today David really refreshed my mindset and eyesight. It's really like the newsjacking. He created these words. It means what? You will read news, get familiar with news, and catch up the news that could be related to your expertise, and use those news immediately, real time. Use that, okay? Just like within the same day. Give us some great examples and how you can catch this. You can also actually, I think you can use like news hacking, right? Like news jacking or news hacking, and create that kind of how to say, interest. People, most people, majority like the normal people, right? They're interested in those news, those great news, and you share those things, and put that into your blogging, into your like Twitter, into your Facebook, in the posts, LinkedIn post, and catch those news related to your expertise. Add your wisdom there, add your insights there, and boom, it's become a great content of news jacking. And use those like hashtag, right? He did not teach so much like in details, but here I based on our experience, I know that you add those news titles and news related content, add your expertise, your insights there, add your value there, and use hashtag to connect with it, and then you will be on the, you will be so popular, get on Google, okay? So connect, associate your business with those great news, right? So this is a new habit, a new, really new strategy for me to try. So I immediately added the Google News from my cell phone. Everyone have a cell phone. Use this best way, okay? So I just added the Google News to my cell phone screen, the main screen. So every day I would just quickly, just great, wonderful. It's just like related to the innovation part for the new experiment. I just did an experiment some minutes ago. I read the news. Initially, I was not so interested, but then I read something really, not really my expertise, but really related to my girl's situation, like eczema. Even though I'm not expecting it will be directly adding any like searchable or news to my business, but it's really like something I'm interested. Okay, be a genuine you. So some interest and some news. If you think it could be helpful, you could add values there. Just share. So I shared my girl's experience, and to share them with my just Facebook, my Facebook profile, my timeline, so my friends could see that, maybe will resonate with some others who are also struggling with a similar like skin condition, like eczema, that could help some others. That will be great, right? So it's just like I just started, okay? It's not directed to my business, but it's a great experiment, some new information, new values to add there. So that's cool. That's number 4. And then the last one is the passion is, the number 5 is the passion is infectious. This one we're familiar with, right? But tonight I learned something new. I always share with my passion, right? But not just the energy of passion, but also he used the case of a doctor share his life passion, for example, like a roller skating or something like that kind of a passion. He shared that kind of his life passion together with his professional, also dentist or dentist kind of a profession together on his twist. And now on that twist, he's Instagram. So now he's getting dozens of thousands of people following him. So it's really like your passion, not just your energy, but also your hobbies, your life passions can really build up new connections and the genuine you. So that's a great reminder to me that I could really share more about what I truly passionate about. Previously I shared, for example, nature and the outdoor activities, adventures, right? All those things, and music. Or sometimes I like to cooking, but not during this live event time. I love cooking, right? I could share more of that, but I did not really pay too much attention on those things. I thought, oh, maybe it's too much distraction to my business. But no, actually those life passions really make you a real person and more like vivid and a more connectable person and a more trustful person, right? So that's 5 new strategies I've learned. Even some of them I'm familiar with, but I still get some new things. And when you are open yourself and learning from those masters from the industry. Okay, so that's for tonight, almost like already 30 minutes. I think that's good enough for a wrap up for the first 2 days. And stay tuned. I will share some like a new posts on my network for tomorrow. Okay, for the 3rd day, can't wait to see what new things we will learn. Okay, wish you all will fulfill your purpose and passion and really grasp the business mastery. Okay, take good care. Good night. Bye bye.